Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name's Riker. Also, Millie Plays on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, obviously YouTube, yada 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 yada. And I'm here to hopefully talk to you guys about trying to grow your small channel on Twitch and hopefully trying to make it something into, hopefully getting growth to where you don't lose that, that oomph, and you don't lose that, that grind that you're actually really going to be looking for. So, definitely check out the Twitch, check out the TikTok, check out the, Instagram, all that good stuff. All the links are going to be down in the description below. And yeah, the Discord is going to give you live updates of every time I live playing games. But yeah, anyway, let's get right into it. All right, now first things first, a lot of these are going to be optional, but ideally the biggest thing you're going to need first and foremost, you're going to need some type of console to game on, whether or game on or whatever you're streaming on. But obviously this is meant for more gaming, which is why that's kind of how the title is. But either way, this is meant for a lot more gaming than it is anything else. But a lot of the stuff's going to be optional. So if you're planning on live streaming, first off, definitely getting a console. But second and foremost, that not a lot of people who I've watched videos on talk about is actually having fast enough internet. You need to have internet that's actually able to keep up with what you're trying to do. Whether that's, you trying to not stream in literal 2004 TV quality. If you're trying to actually have something that looks good and sounds well. And now that's where we're going to come to another thing, is the sound. Huge recommendation for a good microphone. Whether you're using console or PC, you can get an XLR, you can get other things like that connected to the USB. You can get a USB microphone and plug it into your PlayStation, Xbox, whatever else. Obviously, unless you're on a Nintendo Switch or whatever else, then that's not going to be too ideal. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of different options you can really go around it. But yeah, microphone for sure. It's really nice when people can actually understand you, and people can actually, decipher what you're listening, what you're talking about. You don't have to go anything crazy. There's fantastic USB microphones that are going to be like anywhere from $50 on up that you can get. You don't need to go anything crazy, but just a standalone microphone that's in that $50 on up range typically is going to be better than almost any gaming headset you can buy on the market, unless you're getting like those top of the steel series Nova Pros or whatever. Then I guess there's kind of competition there, but ideally your sound's going to be a big thing. Another thing too is overlays. So I've noticed, especially when I'm rating people or when I'm doing anything like this, overlays are really nice to have, in the sense of your stream looking proper and looking nice. I know a lot of times when I'm rating people, I don't look for the Joe Schmo plain stream, nothing going on, no audio, no nothing. We're just talking about what you need. And this is, again, a lot of this is optional. You don't have to have a good microphone. You don't have to have a camera. You don't have to have, an amazing overlay. But these are things that I would say you should utilize and get, because it'll help you out. And a Stream Deck's going to be one of those things. A way to moderate chat, whether that's a phone, whether that's a tablet, whatever else the case may be. There's going to be a couple things that I would do to say, hey, kind of what you need to kind of start going in the right direction. And I would try to address all of those concerns prior to you, starting your content creation career. This is just kind of just getting things established. And like I said, camera's optional. I know a lot of people are really shy, really shy, and I get it. It's a really big thing, because trust me, you could be good looking or not, and people are going to come in there and sit there and hate on you all day long. No matter if the camera's on, the camera's off, the mic's good, the mic's bad, it doesn't matter. You're going to get haters and you're going to get people who love you. So just be patient. Okay, now that brings us to our next table. Next on the list is going to be getting started. So like, this is just straight up just getting started, not what you need, but like kind of just, okay, now that you have those things, what to do next. So definitely first and foremost, obviously you need a name. Don't do something Blazing Raid 7764 coconut, don't do something weird like that. Do something catchy, do something that people can remember, so when they tell their friends, there's something memorable, there's something actually there when it comes to like, hey, this is really easy to spell, it's really easy to remember. So I chose Millie Plays because it's just easy, it's simple, it's nothing crazy, and there's a lot of variations that I can do with it when it comes to like logo design and other things like that. So yeah, definitely first and foremost, try to at least get a decent name going. You know what I mean? And you don't have to go anything crazy. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be something small, something big, something anything. But usually the people who are remembered the most are people who have names that have like a ring with it, in a sense, something easy to remember. Second off that I would recommend huge time is going to be getting a big social media platform. Not big, you don't have to be like 9,000 followers big, but obviously if you once you make your name, start getting social medias going. So I'm talking your Instagram, your Twitter, I mean, you don't really need to do Facebook, because I mean, I wouldn't say the gaming scene in Facebook is huge, but Facebook's going to be huge. You can do, of course, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Twitch. I mean, shit, you could even do Kick and those other gaming platforms if you would like. But at the end of the day, the more you spread yourself out there, just on social media in general, and that's you could even do that prior to starting to stream. You could just start building a community in general. So, start posting your gaming clips on, YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and whatever else the case may be, and just, try to develop at least a follower base, so then even when you start streaming, you don't start streaming with 0 viewers, which, let me tell you, is not an easy start. Next thing that I would say is definitely going to be, it doesn't even have to be a great profile picture, but have a profile picture. Anytime I raid anybody, I never raid the people who don't have a profile picture. If it is a color with a little around it, like, a little person outline around it, I will never raid them, because it just doesn't show a lot of, it doesn't show, when I raid people, or when I'm trying to spread my people to anybody else, or when I'm trying to develop friends, or, relationships, or whatever else the case may be, I'm not looking for the people who are just, oh, I'm streaming this one time just to try it and see how it goes. I'm looking for people who are actually underappreciated but are still grinding to get there, whether they're quiet streamers or loud streamers or whatever the case may be. I'm always trying to incorporate as many people as I can, no matter how they are, in a sense, you know what I mean? Obviously, try to have a brief description. So basically all I'm listing down right now is literally just saying, get your Twitch and get your profiles and get everything established with profile pictures, with a description of kind of what you do and who you are, and don't make it weird and cheesy. Just be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I game and do this and that and the other, hope to have you stop on by, but be humble. Don't be like, I know there's a couple people who do some really weird stuff, like I like women, and I don't know, it's just people who do like weird bios, and I know some, like, effort is a big thing that a lot of people like to see. A lot of people recognize effort. They don't recognize the Joe Schmo, hey, I'm just throwing this video out there to see what happens kind of thing. People really appreciate effort. Build a Discord community. That's going to be another big thing as well, because on Discord you can have live alerts, you can have live updates, you can have moderation, you can have so much things going on with it. Not even just video calls, but gaming calls, but text chats on each game that you're playing, community discussions, moderator discussions. You don't have to text them on Snapchat and be like, hey guys, just wanted to let you know we're going to be streaming this tonight, and hope, it's not like that. You click the live button, and the second you click the live button in my Discord, which you'll see in the description, it's going to give you an instantaneous live update when I go live personally. So, and you can do that as well. It's not hard. It's super easy to set up. There's so many YouTube videos that give you the full description breakdown on how everything works. It's night and day. Like, it's not anything crazy. Now that brings me to my next topic. Have a bot. So your bot, and you need a Discord bot, and you need a YouTube or a Twitch bot, or even a YouTube bot. Basically something to moderate the chat while you're not there, in a sense, and a bot that you're able to kind of have moderate and, be able to ban and unban and give and take, and, do other things like that, do auto links and like, I have a bot in my Twitch chat that says, like, hey, every 15 minutes it says, hey, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, join the Discord, and then it automatically pastes a link to it. Super easy, super simple, nothing too crazy invasive in people's, time watching me, and it's just there just for, like, hey, trying to build my community, of course. So that brings us to our next topic, and this one's going to be the big one, so I need you guys to bear with me. This one's going to be how to grow. This is what I've learned. This is what I've went through. This is what I have kind of just literally figured out, and this is coming from not a big streamer. This is coming from somebody small. Like, hopefully the right audience is watching somebody also small, and what I have recognized that works. So first off, when you're talking about your content, and this is, when you're doing content, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, whatever the case may be, talk. just talk. Even if nobody's watching, dude, talk. Because the biggest thing is that I see a lot of people doing is you go into those really small streamers or you go into those really small accounts and it's literally just silent. It's just dead silent. There's the game playing and that's it. And I know that's some people's vibe, but I know a lot of time people like to have conversations. People like to be noticed. People come and watch you and they want to feel appreciated 9 times out of 10. That's if obviously they say, hey, how are you? Hey, what's going on? Or hello, or whatever the case may be. They want to feel that presence. But if they come in and you're not, I mean, even if you're just talking about what you're doing. Oh, I'm hitting the ball left. Oh, I just killed that guy. Oh, oh, I can't believe I just ranked up to grand champion in Rocket League or whatever the case may be. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as you just try to keep talking, I mean, just like how you see a lot of your bigger YouTubers. I mean, every YouTuber you watch, I mean, we'll take Markiplier, for example. On every video he does, even his horror games, even his whatever, there's not a moment he stops talking. He keeps talking. Even though nobody's playing with him, he's still conversating with his community. He's still out loud announcing what's going on and what's happening, and people like that because they like not only the reactions, but they also like the intriguingness of hearing how he actually feels about the game. It's more including. That's the best way I can put it. Now, bringing myself to the next point of discussion, it's going to kind of be the same thing as I discussed earlier, but promote yourself. And I don't mean go into people's channel and, hey, follow my Twitch, don't go into people's stuff. And because I'll tell you right now, self-promoting in other people's areas, whether that's a TikTok post or an Instagram or a Snap, whatever the case may be, it's not the fact that us content creators don't like you. We understand you're on a grind, but it's also like it's toxic. The best way that I can put it is toxic. And the only way you're going to understand that toxic feeling is when you start streaming and you're going to have people who are coming into your channel saying, hey, follow me instead. You know what I mean? That's the best way that I can put it. So just promote yourself. Go on Instagram, go on Twitter, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, whatever the case may be. And literally just make a name for yourself in any way possible. And it doesn't have to be big. You don't need 1,000. You don't need 1 million followers. You don't even need 10. Just start somewhere. Because that's the hardest thing to do is starting. And after starting, as long as you can just have the mental, just the can do, you can actually go somewhere with it. I mean, and there's a person for everybody. There's not a single content creator out there that is exactly the same as one another. Everybody's different, and that's what makes people, grow or not. I mean, ideally is really just the attractiveness of who they are. What I have also realized that works is finding a community kind of like you. So at the same time, like if you have a friend, if you have a homie, whatever else the case may be, try to grow with people. So if you find somebody who's a really small streamer just like yourself, and you're also a really small streamer, just whatever else, grow with them. I mean, I have so many friends. I have their Snapchats. I mean, we talk. We have FaceTime together. I mean, I built so many friends, and I have a friend named Marvin and Bren and Elias and Will and all these other guys who I just, who I've built relationships with over time, and they've helped me and I've helped them, and we promote each other in every way possible. But we also don't promote ourselves in each other's stuff. You know what I mean? We just promote each other because I help you help me. You know what I mean? I scratch your back if you scratch mine kind of thing, but not even in a toxic way, but in a friendship way, because we're helping each other grow, just like the Vanos crew, just like, Smitty and Grizzy and all those guys. You know all their names because they do everything together as a community. So they're not leaving people out. And it makes growth that much better, especially when you're playing with your friends and you're like, hey, go follow my boy, go follow my boy Millie, or go do whatever else. And you can actually say that out loud and it not be toxic because you guys are friends about it. And it's a really cool thing to do. And that's going to be a huge thing that I would recommend doing, is building not just a community, but building friendships with other content creators like yourself. Don't go try to become freaking, content creation with PewDiePie, because I doubt you're even going to be able to get your DMs answered. Obviously find somebody along your wavelength and go from there. Now, kind of talking about my old topic as well, incorporate with your viewers. Just talk with them. That's obvious, but talk with your people. Don't be short. Don't be anything. If somebody says, how are you? Say great, you know, today could have been better, you know, but actually get some personality out there. That's basically what I'm saying. Don't just say good, how are you? That's the most bland, like, treat everybody like you're on a date. That's the best way that I can put it. You know, try to have as much, you know, depth of personality as you can per conversation you have. If somebody says, hey, my day was bad, say, I'm really sorry your day was bad. Is there any way you want to talk about it? You can join my Discord. I'm more than happy to talk with you. You know, I care about every single person, whether you're following or not. I just, you know, just trying to help people out, you know, one day at a time. And, you know, hope, you know, you know, make yourself look good, you know, and try to help people out and try to make people notice you, that you actually give a hell about them. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You need to actually make them feel like you care. It's the best way that I can put it. Another thing that I see a lot of people do is they keep their chat to where it's followers only. If you're just starting, do not do that. Don't even consider doing that. Do not keep your chat to followers only. So if people come in and they want to say hello and they can't say hello unless they follow you, I promise your follows, you're not going to get nearly as many follows. I swear to you. Like, just keep it off. People don't want to have to promote you in order to say hi. You know, some people just want to see what they're getting into, see if you actually notice them. And so just don't do that. Another thing, now we're gonna keep going with a bunch of topics. Be grateful no matter your clout. No matter how much you're growing, don't get egotistical. That is one thing. Stay humble. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, nobody's got to be there for you. Because you're gonna have good nights and you're gonna have bad nights. You're gonna get rated from people who sometimes have 400 viewers coming into your chat just all of a sudden, and then other days you're gonna get rated with only 1 or 2 people, and sometimes you're not gonna get rated at all. At the end of the day, you need to play what you're playing and have fun and have a good time. And obviously, if something exciting happens, you know, keep a smile on your face, maintain a positive attitude, and just, you know, try to be as genuine and wholesome as you can. You know, try to spread the love, try to spread the positivity, because nobody wants to come in and see some toxic asshole. You know what I mean? Nobody likes that. Try to maintain multiple viewers. Another thing that I would say do when you're trying to grow as well, try to have 3 viewers at once. Now, that's a lot easier said than done, but at the end of the day, if you and your girlfriend or your mom or your dad or your boyfriend or your niece or your nephew, or I don't know, I don't care, but try to have them watch you, because at the end of the day, Twitch will never promote the people with anything from 1 to 6 viewers. You will if you look up a game, Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite, Rocket League, I mean, whatever the case may be, it's not going to show you the people with 6 viewers or 3 viewers. It's going to show you the people with 2,000, 200, 46, 2,000. You know what I mean? It's going to just keep going along those lines. It's going to show. And why does Twitch do that? Because Twitch makes money off of those people. So they're not going to promote the people who aren't making them money as much. And there's an obvious reason why. You got to earn your keep. You got to earn your place into that give and take, that I scratch your back if you scratch my back. That's the way the content creation world works. It's exactly how it is. Try not to, and this goes also into trying not to keep your streams quiet. But try to have some music, you know what I mean? And obviously copyright free if you're, you know, have your VODs and do whatever else, which you can get into that when you start content creating. But, you know, even if you have just some lo-fi playing or, you know, something just chill, just something to fill in just like what you're listening to right now. Just something to kind of just fill in the background noise, especially if you don't have that great of a microphone. It's really annoying to listen to, like, the sound of your fan or the sound of the computer, or even just silence in general. If you're listening to silence and somebody's just in a main menu of a game and you can't hear anything, it's just like, especially if you're not a talker, you know what I mean? We already talked about this, but Twitch bots have bots to moderate your stuff big time, whether it's certain cuss words that are said or certain words that you need to ban or whatever the case may be. Have restrictions on your chat. Just don't go crazy. Just look up a YouTube video on, like, a basic rules slash Twitchbot guide, and it'll give you everything you need to know. Now I saved the best for last, so I hope if you're still here, I appreciate the absolute hell out of you. I really do. Thank you. But if you're gonna be streaming and you actually want to start doing this, because I'll tell you what, I've been doing it for 2 years and I'm not big. I'm definitely not big. But you know what? I keep grinding. Why? Because I love it, and I've realized that I've made a lot of friends, and I'm not gonna let it get to my head, whether I have 25 viewers or 5. And it takes a lot of mentalness to kind of get there. But at the end of the day, the most important thing that I'm gonna recommend you do is maintain a schedule. Maintaining a schedule means the people who realized you in the first place are going to be more of a chance to realize you again and again and again and again. Now, obviously that doesn't mean never stream or never post a video or never do whatever else at this other time, but at the grand scheme of things, if you maintain a schedule, we'll say 9 o'clock to midnight. We'll say 9 to midnight, 4 hours, 3 hours, whatever. And you're doing that every night. The same people who realized you and the same people are always going to know when you're live. So they know when to sit down on their couch and turn on the TV, or they know when to tune in. Or, of course, your Discord will tell you or tell them, whatever. But maintaining a schedule is going to be, in my opinion, at least one of the most crucial ways to grow in Twitch, is literally just having consistency and a schedule with that consistency. Those two things, without those two things, if you're just going live every now and again, your viewers, everybody who you think are watching, are already going to be at somebody else's channel. Even if you're 30 minutes late. If you don't stream at 9, you stream at 9:30, you might be streaming at 9:30 without those two people who always come by. You never know. So try to maintain a perfect schedule, not a perfect schedule, but try to maintain as great of a schedule as you can, and just keep up the consistency, whether it's 5 days a week, 7 days a week, 4 days a week, and you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, whatever the case may be. Keep it down to a consistent schedule, okay? And that brings us to our next topic, which is going to be mentally, if Twitch is going to be for you, and, kind of just, I guess, in a sense, the growth portion of, what it does to you kind of mentally. All right, so what it does to you mentally. This is something that nobody talks about when it comes to small streamers and trying to grow on Twitch and everything else, because every video I've ever watched has always been just big content creators talking about, oh, hey, here's my top 10s or whatever else, but they don't talk about the actual, is it for you? This is kind of what you experience. This is what the little guys actually experience. This is what kind of goes down, and that's why I'm hoping this really targets the right audience. Growth is going to be very slow. Very slow. Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes you'll have those months or those days or those people who raid or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, growth is typically very slow for a lot of people. Everybody who I stream with and everybody who I am growing with, we're not growing much faster than each other. And I can tell you right now, they're all amazing people. Some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life. Not met, but ever talked to. And it's a growth thing. And I mean, and what I'm going to say is, with that being said, don't let it get to your head. Because I will tell you right now, you're going to have good nights and you're going to have bad nights. There's going to be nights where you have 25 people watching, and there's going to be nights where you have 2 people watching. To this day, I still stream. I have, about 1,200 followers now. Hopefully, we're going to keep growing. But to this day, there's days that I stream and some days I have 35 people watching who just really, it's just one of those nights. People aren't busy. People aren't doing this. People, it's just one of those nights. And then the next day I'll stream with 2 people, and I'll go to my woman, who I have in the other room, and I'll say, hey, God dang it. I hope I didn't say something the night before. I hope I didn't, what if I, don't do that. Don't let it get to your head. Because at the end of the day, the biggest thing you got to realize is, even though you're streaming, people have other lives. So you need to know that damn straight, and I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. People are not going to like you, but people are also going to like you. That's something you need to understand. Not everybody who's going to come through is going to be all, rainbows and unicorns ready to rock and roll, and you know, if everything's going to be great and you guys are going to become best friends. No, majority of these people who are going to come through are going to look at your stuff for 5 seconds. They're going to click off your video because they realize you weren't good enough. And you're going to get that. I mean, Twitch will give you your analytics, which is how many unique viewers come into your chat every night. And out of my 2 to 3 hour streams that I do every night, besides my weekends, I mean, I get anywhere from 40 to 120 people who come in, and I'm lucky to get 1 or 2 of those people following. Lucky. And I say lucky because really it's a blessing. It's a blessing, and that's the way you need to think about it, because mentally it's, first off, it's draining. It really is. It's something that's going to, I mean, you're going to have people who hate on you, and people are going to attack the way you look. People are going to attack the way you talk. They're going to attack your personality because you're too quiet, you're too loud, you're too this, you're too that. They're going to attack your taste in music. People are going to hate. And that is the biggest thing in content creation that you should already know by now, especially if you're looking into it, is how many haters are out there. And don't let it get to you, bro. Don't let it get to you. You got this. I'm here for you, and I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself more than I do. Because at the end of the day, there's somebody out there for everybody, no matter the circumstance, whether you're Twitch streaming, you're getting into a relationship, a friendship, whatever. You are good enough for somebody, and you're damn well good enough to get something going. But mentally, there is going to be those days. There's going to be those days that you're going to feel drained, and there's going to be those days that, of course, you don't want to stream, or you don't want to, you know, or people are getting to you, or, you know, you're getting annoyed from people, or whatever else the case may be. And at the end of the day, just leave it, because as long as you can just keep your head in the game and just realize, bro, I'm just playing some video games, having a fun time. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Who cares? At the end of the day, if people are going to be mean to me because I'm doing my best, I wish them the best. Be humble, be kind, because you're not the problem. Yes, everybody needs to work on themselves and everybody needs to do whatever else, but there's somebody out there for everybody, and your community is going to be built on one thing, and it's your job to build the community how you want to build it. And some people aren't going to be there for that, and that's okay. Don't take it personal, okay? Now, wrapping this video up, I just want to say, if you guys did make it this long, bro, thank you. Thank you very much. I genuinely appreciate the hell out of you for making it this far. If you even went as far as just checked out the Twitch, you know, and just even said, hey, one of these nights or whatever else, I'd love to see you there. I'd love to see you there. You know, you know, I do my best for every single person that I can. And yeah, every single one of my Discord, my Twitch, my Instagram, yada, 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 they're all going to be linked in the description. Hit it up, don't hit it up, I don't care. At the end of the day, I hope I could help you out with this video. And yeah, I'm really curious. Leave comments down below, obviously, if this helped, or if this kind of broadened your horizons a little bit, or if this gave you some type of, you know, insight on how things work or whatever else. And yeah, I hope all is well with you guys, and I genuinely wish you success in your content creation, whether I scared you out of it or I inspired you into it. At the end of the day, have a lovely rest of your time and life and whatever else, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.